Everyone likes shooter games, and the best way to practice shooter games in my experience is games like this, when you can improve your reflex and your mouse control. So I'm Vio, welcome to my channel, and I will show you how I made this game in Unity in only 10 minutes. First I made the background, it's just a big black square, and then I created the target, which is just a small circle, a green circle. It will act like our target, so when we click on it we get points. And then I made the spawner that will spawn these targets randomly in the screen. So let's start by scripting. I created a folder that will hold my scripts, or that was the plan, but later it held almost everything because the project is fucking empty. So yeah, let's first we create the target script. It's just a simple script, it's just hold the logic of the destroying. So I spawn the target, and then after some time it get destroyed. To do it is very simple. Make a public float, call it lifetime, and then in the start function just type destroy this game object and then type in the lifetime. And then let's make the spawner script that will actually spawn these targets randomly in the screen. I'm not gonna comment how I made these scripts, this is not a tutorial. If the video did well, maybe I will make a tutorial about exactly how to make the game, but I will show you the video me scripting. I will not cut anything, and I will explain you what this script does. So in the spawner script I take the borders of the screen, so I have to take a fixed resolution. For my case I choose 16 by 9, so the border of the screen will be minus 60 in the left and 60 in the right, and 9 in the up and minus 9 in the down. Then I made the spawner choose a random point between these borders and spawn the targets. Then I choose a max number of spawns, so it will not spawn more than like 50, and a small delay between each spawn, so they will not spawn in the same time or too fast for the player to keep up with them. Going back to Unity, tested, the script works, but we still have a small problem. The targets sometimes spawn on top of each other or very close to each other. To fix it, I made the layer for the targets, I call it spawners, and in the script I will create a small circle around the random location and check if it is colliding with that layer, so if it is colliding with the target. To do it is very simple, just use the physics 2D overlap circle function, and the origin will be the spawn location, the radius will be the minimum distance between each target, and the layer will be the spawner layer that I created, and only spawn if we are not colliding. Then I made this script spawn more than one at the same time by making a for loop. If we can spawn, we spawn, and if we cannot, we take one from the loop, and it will keep looping until it spawn 3. Back to Unity, somehow the script works with no problems. Then I made the targets destroyed at a random time, so they will not destroy all at the same time because it looks really weird, and the result looks much better now. Now let's actually make the player can shoot the targets and destroy them. First I create a simple UI that display the current score. It doesn't do anything right now because we didn't make the script yet. First I create the player, it's just an empty object. I could do it on the camera, but come on, who play with the camera? In the player script I made the reference for the main camera, and then create a function that will trigger if I click the left mouse button. Inside the function I get the word mouse position, and then from that position I do a right cast, and then if I hit something I store that game object and destroy it. I didn't do a check for what I hit because I only have targets in the scene, so this is the only game object that I can hit, and if I hit it I destroy it. Then as you can see it works, and if I hit the green circles they disappear. So let's now add this score when I hit something, and reduce the score if I don't hit anything. First let's use Unity Engine UI so we can change the text. Then I make float, call it current score, that keep tracking of the current score. In the add score I add it by 10, and the reduce score function I reduce it by 10. Then in the click function, if I hit something, I call the add score function, and if I don't hit anything, I call the reduce score. So now let's test it in the game. As you can see, if I hit the green circles, the score add by 10, and if I hit nothing, it get reduced by 10. But now if I keep hitting nothing, it goes under 0. So in the reduce score I check if the score is equal or less than 0. If it is, you lose the game. If it's not, just keep reduce the score until it's 0. So now we just print you lose, and later we will add a lose screen. Test it in the game. When I click, the score never go under 0, and if it is 0 or under, it will print you lose. Now let's start by creating the lose screen. First I create a game manager that will hold the script that activate and deactivate the lose screen depending on our score, and I started by creating the game over text that will pop up in the screen when you lose. I make it red and nice and big so you see how much you suck at the game. Inside the script is very simple. I get the reference of the spawner and the game over text, and then when you lose the game I activate the game over and deactivate the spawner, and then destroy all the targets that are already active in the screen. Make sure to make the function public so I can access it from the player script. In the player script I get the reference of the manager, make it public so I can drag it and drop it in the player. Now in the reduce function, when we type you lose, let's call the manager and call the end screen function that I created and I made it public. Now if my score is 0 or under, it will destroy all the targets and pop up the game over text in the screen. I made this simple particle system. It will act like a feedback if you hit a target, and in the player script I initiate it if I hit something. Now if we hit the target we get this nice particle effect playing, so we know when we hit or when we missed. The game still looks bad, so it's time for some secrets that make your game look like a AAA game. It's called Bloom. As you can see, it make a lot of difference. The game is very easy, so I made it reduce the score by 50 when you hit nothing and add only 10 when you hit the target, so now you will get punished more when you missed. And I create a simple particle system to indicate that you missed, and it's red because it's the danger color, I guess. I like red, but yeah, you know what I mean. And I made it spawn if you hit nothing in the player script. Now we can lose but we can't win. This is how life works, but in this game I will make you win. So I create a win screen and I go to the manager and create the functionality of winning. It's very easy. I will just copy the same thing in the end screen. I deactivate the spawner and destroy all the targets, and then I will set the win screen to true, so to active. I also disable the player when you win or when you lose, so you can't keep clicking in the screen and spawning particles for nothing. Then I make you win the game if you reach certain score just by checking the amount of current score in the the current score in the add score function. For the winning score I make it 2000, which means you have to kill 200 targets to reach 2000. And then I cheat a little bit and make it 50, so I will be the first person who win the game because I can't reach 2000. I don't have the power or neither the time, so yeah, I win. Yeah, good. And yeah, so now you have the ultimate practice FPS game played for like 2 hours, and you will be an FPS god, sure in full screen, not in the editor. So thank you guys for watching, enjoy my godlike gameplay, and see you in the next video. If you liked the video, please subscribe and like, share it, so the channel will grow and I will make more videos like this showing me making games. If the video did well, maybe I will make a full tutorial of how I made this game with details. I try to make as much details as I can without making the video longer. So thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Why you still here? Do you think I will reach 2000s? Go home. I won't.